Now we will be continuing with the different Incoterms, international commercial terms. Now we know that in this year, January 1st, 2020, Incoterms 2020 was launched. Now in this Incoterms 2020, this is a chart which I have put here, which will be also uploaded for all of you to see other than my voice, which is audible here. Because the PPT may not be very clear, the chart, when you look at it, but you can see in the PPT. Now you will look that there are 11 Incoterms: ex-work, free carrier, free alongside ship, free on board, cost and freight, cost, insurance and freight, carriage paid to, carriage and insurance paid to, delivered at place, unloaded, delivered, duty paid. Again I am reading: ex-work, EXW, free carrier, FCA, FAS, free alongside ship, FOB, free on board, CFR, cost and freight, CIF, cost, insurance and freight, CPT, carriage paid to, CIP, carriage and insurance paid to, DAP, delivered at place, DPU, delivered at place, unloaded. This is the new Incoterm in 2020, DPU. And the last one is DDP, delivered, duty paid. Now these are the 11 Incoterms. We will be looking into the seller's responsibility. The rest will automatically go to the buyer. Now what are the different stages? Before we go to the stages, we should also know that these 4 Incoterms are only used for sea or inland waterway, FAS, FOB, CFR and CRF. These 4 are used for sea or inland waterway. The rest you can go for any transport mode. Now what are the steps involved for a seller? 1. Packaging. Then what does he do? After doing the packaging, he will load it on the truck. That is the loading charges. Then what does he do? He will go to the port, either the seaport or the airport. So delivery at port. Then what does he do? He will have to pay the export duty and taxes there. So he will pay the export duty and taxes. Then there will be some terminal charges, origin terminal charges. Then what does he do? He will load the goods onto the carrier, loading on the carrier. Now he has to pay the carriage charges. Then if there is insurance he has to pay. Then after arriving at the terminal, destination terminal charges. After destination terminal charges, then he has to pay delivery. He has to take delivery at the destination. Then any import duty, taxes, all this has to be paid. So these are the 11 steps. What are the 11 steps? If you know, it will go very easily. One step at each time increases the responsibility. I am talking about the steps. One is the packaging, loading charges, delivery at the port or airport or place, export duty and taxes or security clearance, origin terminal charges, loading on the carriage charges, insurance, then destination terminal charges, delivery at destination, and then import duty and taxes. Now can you see in ex-work, the seller's responsibility goes with only packaging. Only with one line, packaging. So which means in ex-work the seller has the minimum responsibility. He will only pack the goods, keep it near his warehouse or factory. So in ex-work he has the minimum responsibility, seller. Now let us go to next one, free carrier. In free carrier, what does the seller do? In free carrier, what does the seller do? Can you see it? In free carrier, what does the seller do? So in ex-work, seller only does the packaging. Everything is done by the buyer. So here the first row is packaging, where I am talking about the seller. first row is packaging. In all the cases it is done by the seller. And only in next work he does packaging, rest is done by the buyer. Next we go to free carrier. So seller will do the packaging, he will load it on the truck, then he will take it delivery at the port, he will deliver at the port, export duty he will pay. So he will only go to the port, pay the export duty. Till there his responsibility. Free alongside ship. That means he will take the goods, place it alongside the ship. That means there he will pay what charges? Origin terminal charges. So one step increases responsibility from free carrier to FAS. One step, that is origin terminal charges. Next FOB. Now from side of the ship, he will put it on board. So it becomes FOB. So another step increases his responsibility. Can you see here in FOB? He will also load onto the carriage. So he will do the packaging, loading on the truck, loading charges, delivery to the port, export duty, he will pay the origin terminal charges and he will load onto the carriage. In free alongside ship, he will only go for origin terminal charges, keep it beside the ship. In free on board, he will place it onto the vessel. So it will be loading on carriage. This is FOB. Now, cost and freight, CFR, he will also pay the carriage charges. Suppose the goods are coming from Manchester, London to Mumbai, India. Manchester, London to Mumbai, India. Then he is paying the carriage charges also. So carriage charges are also paid in CFR. In CIF it is same, except insurance is the extra element. So CFR and CIF is both same, except in CIF he has to pay the insurance. So carriage charges are also paid. Next you go to CPT, carriage paid to. Again, up to carriage charges and then in carriage paid to, destination terminal charges are also taken care. After arriving in Mumbai, India, from Manchester, London, here in India, he will pay the destination terminal charges, carriage paid to CPT. Now, in carriage and insurance paid, it is similar, except insurance. So, what is the difference between CPT and CIP? Only insurance. And destination terminal charges are paid in both. What is the difference between CFR and CIP? In both the carriage charges are paid, but in CIF, insurance is paid. Now next, delivered at place. So after coming to carriage charges he has paid, destination terminal charges, it is delivered at place. So what is the difference between carriage paid to and delivered at place? What is the difference between carriage paid to and delivered at place? See, this is carriage paid to. Delivered at place. This is a named place. Delivered at place is a named place. Whereas carriage paid to is the carrier, at the carrier. Next, delivered at place, unloaded. Again it is similar, but at the named place wherever it is unloaded. So he will not load, unload. And the last is delivery duty paid. Can you see? The seller has the maximum responsibility. He will take care of even the import duty and the taxes. So where is the maximum responsibility for the seller? In DDP, delivered duty paid. Even after delivering he is paying the import duty. Minimum is X works, maximum is DDP, delivered duty paid. Which are the two Incoterms with insurance? CIF and CIP. Which are the four Incoterms for C? FAS, FOB, CFR, CIF. And the difference here is in carriage paid to, it is carrier. Delivered at place, it is the named place. So here the words are written. See, under X at buyer's disposal, buyer's transport free carrier, FAS alongside ship, FOB onto the named vessel, CFR onto the named vessel, CIP, CPT at carrier, CIP carrier, DAP delivered at place, named place, DPU delivered at named place, unloaded, DDP delivered and all duties paid, maximum. So these are the 11 Incoterms we need to know along with the steps that we need to follow, and in each the responsibility increases and we come to the last, that is the DDP. This is how the Incoterms have to be studied. Thank you.